Hello, everybody, and welcome to Runeslingers development update number 3. I guess it's number 3. So I wanted to make this update to do two things. So the first thing is to let all of the founders know that the founders pre-production packs are being packed up currently, and those are going out to you this weekend. The second thing I wanted to do is to showcase all of the cards. So this is a complete spoiler list of all of the pre-production copies of the new format style of Runeslingers The Awakening. So I'm pretty pumped to go through these. I just opened them. I haven't actually gone through them all. So I'm hoping that there's no issues, but I'm pretty sure that everything is correct. So without further ado, I'm just going to go through all the cards very quickly. There are a lot of them. The things that are not present here are the foils and several of the extended alternate art variants, which will only appear in the booster packs. So any of the cards here could appear in the founder packs that are going out this weekend. And any cards that are in founder packs will be one of one, meaning that these cards are for my own personal playtest group. None of them will be distributed outside of that group. So if you're getting one of these in this new frame, it is a one of one. So congratulations to all of our founders, and thank you so much for your support. And of course, everyone who participated in the Tabletop Simulator tournament, you are going to be receiving your cards as well. So here is the binding card that is going out. That's the full art variant. And here is something else that I wanted to add. So I had planned to get these out to everybody last month, and things were just way too crazy, and I was far too busy to be able to do it, especially with the entire redesign of how all the cards looked. That took a lot longer to implement than I had planned. And as a thank you to everyone for their patience, I'm going to be giving everyone who participated in the tournament one of these. I think only 18 of these are going out because a lot of players played in both tournaments. So I'm only sending out one because I'm combining shipping on both of them. So thank you again for your patience, and I hope you enjoy those. The main thing to look for, whoops, a little camera shake here. The main thing to look for is in differentiating these from the actual production cards is that in the bottom right of the of each card from Kickstarter, there will be a little green Kickstarter K icon, and that's how you know that these ones are the pre-production prototypes, because no other versions of these cards will exist. So without further ado, I will go through all the cards. So we'll start with Advancing Blow X, and then we have Advancing Blow, Banish X, Banish, Bare Arms, Barrier, Battle Axe, Battle Fury, Battle Plans. I must say, these new frames, they're awesome. They look so much better. Binding X. Now, a lot of people thought that only rune spells could have X variants, but anything that's derivative of a rune spell can have an X variant. So in the lore, the rune spells can be manipulated to create both boons and chants, which means that chants and boons in the future can also have X variants, as seen by the Binding X variant. And just so you all know, the difference between the X cards and the normal variants is that you can only have one copy of an X card in your deck, but you can have two copies of any other card. So there's Blinding Flash X, Blinding Flash, Bloodright X, Bloodright. These things look so good. The colors are so deep, and so are the blacks. They look fantastic. Bloodwand, Bloodthorn, Boots of Speed. Those of you who may have seen some of our older posts on Instagram remember this card was a little lackluster. So since then, we've updated it to add an extra effect. And we have Bounce X. And just so you can see, I'll show you the back too. So that is the back of the cards. And then we have Bounce. Brand X. Brand. Broken Shield. Burning Ember. Channel. Chaos Fire X. Chaos Fire. Chaos Ring. And many of these have been incrementally updated based on some last playtesting that we did. There were a few little changes that we made to some of the cards to bring them in balance with the changes that we made to other cards. So we're kind of keeping the whole ecosystem balanced, if you will. So Chroma Dagger, Convert X, one of my favorite cards, and Convert, Crush, Crushing Grasp, Cursed Tome. Cursed Tome got an awesome update. It's a lot more powerful than it was before. I think that's going to see a lot of play. Cyclotic Push X. Cyclotic Push. Dark Ray. This is hands down my favorite card. I put it in almost every deck I make. Absolutely love this card. Deathmark. Deny. Destiny Blade. Devil's Snare. Disease. Divine Barrier. Dominate X. Dominate. Double Stab. Dragon Breaker. Earthquake. Emberlash. X. Emberlash. Some of the things we did when preparing the final files for production was to change the rarities of some of the cards. And a lot of this had to do with some of the more powerful cards that end up becoming common, but this should help with draft and sealed. We wanted to make the selection that players had for creating their draft decks early on a little bit more in line with competitive play. So, I mean, the exalted cards are still exalted, but some of the rares got downgraded to commons to sort of help smooth out the draft pool. So, Enlighten X and Enlighten. Entropy. Envelop in Flame. Fantastic card. Execute X. This is a new one. Execute. Fevered Dream. Fireball X. Fireball. Firecracker. I'll just get these out of the way to make some more space here. Flaming Fists X. Flaming Fists. Flash X. Flash. Focus X. Focus. Font of Ash X. This is a new card. Font of Ash. Force Wall. Glancing Arrow. Harness Sun. Head Crush X. Head Crush. Healing Wave. Heat Blast. Heathen Bond. X. Holy Flame. and Inter X. We have Inter, Iron Wall, Jar of Slugs, Judgment, Gnarled Wand, Knee Shot. Oh, sorry, Knee Shot X. And then we have Knee Shot. And the Last Stand. Arguably one of the most powerful cards in the game. I think that's going to see a lot of play. Lava Stream. Magma Whip X. Magma Whip. Malediction X. This is another new card. Malediction. Maneuver. Metalize. Meteor X. Also another new card. I think this is going to see a lot of play as well. Meteor. Meteor is one of the cards that got a downgrade in rarity. So Meteor used to be rare, and it's been moved down to common. Mind Spike X. Mind Spike. Molten Jet. Necrotize. Obfuscate. Perfect Balance X. Perfect Balance. Pilfer X. Pilfer. Plutonic Spike. Oh, looks like I grabbed two there. Poison Bolt X. Also another new card. Poison Bolt. Power Drain X. And Power Drain. I'm just going to move these out of the way here. So yeah, there are 180 cards in the base set that are unique. And that does not include the 40 equip cards that we have. And the Runeslinger character cards, which also have new abilities. So I think I could, if I could grab one over here, maybe show you what the new character cards look like. So I'll just give you an example of Ava, for example. So these are double-sided. So as you can see, both sides, they look great. And when they're positioned on the field now, we've changed how the equips set up. So very quickly to demonstrate, if I can grab a stance and ability here for Ava, I could show you how these kind of fit together. Let's see, here we go, perfect. So your stance will go on the left, and then you'll place your Runeslinger here, and we sort of combine the art, so the background kind of all fits together. And because of the nature of how cards are cut, they may not fit together perfectly, but they're going to fit together pretty well. And then next to them, you have your ability on the right. So it'll say stance and ability here, and then your power is tracked on your stance card, your block is indicated here, and your health is tracked on your ability card. And we move the determination cost directly into the text, so you know that overflow costs 2 determination because it's indicated there. And this new ability that we've added directly to the Runeslinger character is unique to that Runeslinger. So in this case, Breathe Fire costs 1 light, and it indicates that you can only use it once per turn. So I'm pretty excited because the new playmats have the new zones indicated on them, and those are in the mail too. So when the new playmat arrives, I'm going to show them off. And our Discord user Nickmo, who won the previous tournament, is going to get one of those. So I'll just keep going here with the cards. So we've got Pressure Point, Pulverize X, Pulverize, Purify X. This is also a new card. Purify, Rage, Rainbow Dart X, Rainbow Dart, Ram Setter, Rapid Strike, Recursive Blast, Rejuvenate X. Rejuvenate. Restore X. Restore. Rupture X. Rupture. Scuttle. Seal Away X. This card got a recent update. Seal Away. Searing Winds X. This is also a new card. Searing Winds. Now there's a subtle difference between these two cards, but I think some of our more experienced players will be able to see why the Searing Winds X is so good. Shield Bash. This was also downgraded from a rare to a common. Silence X. And for those who don't know, in the bottom left-hand corner of the card is the rarity. So in this case, you can tell this is a common because it has the C marked in the green gem, and the Exalted cards have an E marked in the gold gem. And then the rare cards have an R marked in the blue gem on the bottom, like that. We've got Sync, Skybolt, Slam X, that's a new card as well. Slam, Slow Death. Let's get those out of the way. Smelt, Smoke Bomb, Snip. It's a fantastic counter. Solemn Vow. Soul Eater. I think a lot of people are going to be really excited to see how this looks in foil. It's going to look incredible. So not this coming week, which is the week of the 21st, but the week after, we're scheduled to begin pre-production runs with our printer, which means that all of the configuration for the tooling for the printers is going to be happening this week. And then hopefully by the end of next week, I should be able to start posting some videos of what the cards look like when they're coming out in production, specifically the foil sheets. I really want to print the foil sheets first because depending on how we configure some of the white layers, a certain amount of holo will show through. And to get that right so that you can, make out the card art really well, it's going to take a few different tries. So perfecting that's going to be a bit of a process. I really don't think it'll slow us down too much, but we really have to get that right. So I'll be sure to post videos so that people can sort of follow along and see how things are going. We've got Star Shower, Star Pierce, Steelskin, Stone Trap, Sucker Spine. This is another card that received a little bit of a buff recently, and this is a new card as well. So people who've been playing within the last maybe 3 weeks on Discord would have probably seen this update. Sundial, awesome light generation trinket. Supernova, Taunt X. This is another new card. Taunt. And Tectonic Punch. Thicken. Thunderfrost. Tornado. Toughen X. This is also a new card. Toughen. Unbalance. Vanguard Strike X. Vanguard Strike. Vengeance. Vengeful Blow X. Vengeful Blow. Vine Trap Axe. This is also another new card. Very cool. Vine Trap, Viper Strike X, Viper Strike, Viral Plague, and another personal favorite card, Wakota's Mask. This is really cool. It allows you to change fate on the cards you play to choice so that you can choose their effect instead of your opponent, which is really sweet. Warcry X, Warcry, Weave of Chaos, Whirlwind X, Whirlwind, and Winter Orb, another awesome Exalted card. Wooden Hammer. This was kind of fun. I think it was a couple months ago someone cracked the code on how to use this card with Weapon Master, which is one of Roman's abilities, and really makes some pretty crazy combos with it. So that was pretty cool to see. And last but certainly not least, Wretched Cloak. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you're as excited about the new designs as I am. It's been a lot of work, and it was kind of crazy to do this sort of last minute, but I really felt that the cards were not at the quality that I hoped for. And in order to really grow the game, I had to make them, look as amazing as possible. And I think Barak did an incredible job redoing these frames. So now I'm very happy to say that all of our files are done. We've updated our rulebook. I don't think the newest version's online yet, but it should be by the end of next week. We've changed the language, updated the graphics, and made things a little bit more clear. I hope by the end of October to have the comprehensive rules online, which is just going to be a PDF with all of the extra rules. Those will really mainly only apply for competitive play, where there are very specific things that are happening that are not explained generally in the basic rules. So I'm looking forward to showing everyone the equips, and I'm probably going to put another video together for that because there are 40 of those to go through, and all the new Runeslinger abilities. And if you haven't already joined the Discord, consider jumping in. I'll leave a link in the video description below. And if you have any questions about the Kickstarter, or if you're a founder and you want to reach out about questions related to your packs, please do so in the Kickstarter, on the Kickstarter page. It's just easier for me to do it that way. If you're reaching out to me in Discord, I have no idea who you are. I don't know the relationship between your order and your Discord ID, so it's just easier to do it through Kickstarter. Thanks so much, guys.